Well, good day, everybody. You are all welcome to today's Real Leadership. Call your friends, call everybody around you to join us as we share another wonderful and exciting topic today. The topic I want us to share today is the topic I titled 3 Ways Anybody Can Lead. As a leadership coach and a leadership trainer, all these years I have really focused on doing something, and what I have focused on doing is to simplify the complication that have been associated with leadership for many years and centuries past. In many centuries down the line, leadership had been made so mysterious that many people have carved themselves out that they can be leaders. As a matter of fact, I belong to the school of thought that says everybody can lead, or everybody is born a leader. I know there's another school of thought that actually says leaders are not born, they are only made. In as much as they have a point for saying that, the truth is everybody is born a leader and everybody can lead. But the unfortunate fact is many people never believe that they can lead. And because they don't believe that they can lead, they forfeit their leadership opportunities. So, in trying to simplify complications around leadership, I try to help people find their leadership spots. That's what I do almost every now and then. I always try as much as I can to help everybody I'm training, everybody I'm coaching, in my seminars, in my workshops, to help people find their leadership spots. The reason why many people think they cannot lead is because they have not found their leadership spots. And everybody has leadership spots. Some people will find their leadership spot through their talents. Some people will find their leadership spot through their acquired skills. So there are different leadership spots for everybody. But society has a way of conditioning everybody to be in one leadership spot. So those that cannot find themselves in that societal condition leadership spot will think they cannot lead. So in order to help people to find a leadership spot, one of the things I've done is to come with the fundamental basic ways anybody can lead. It doesn't matter whether you are educated or not educated. It doesn't matter whether you are rich or poor. It doesn't matter whether you are white or blue. It doesn't matter whether you are tall or short. It doesn't matter whether you are slim or fat. It doesn't matter whether you are sick or healthy. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter where you are. It doesn't matter what you have or what you don't have. There are 3 ways everybody can lead. The number 1 way anybody can lead is what I call private leadership or personal leadership or leading yourself. Everybody can lead him or herself. And that is leadership. Leading yourself is leadership. That is the first way everybody should lead. In fact, leadership is supposed to start with that, leading yourself. The second way anybody or everybody can lead is leading by following. Many people don't know that following is leadership. I will come to that later. Many a times, most people, their leadership spot is actually in the place of following, what we call being an assistant leader. Assisting your leader is part of leading. That's what I call leading by following or leading as an assistant leader. The third way anybody can lead is what I call leading as a head leader. This third way is actually what most people call leadership or leading, when you are leading by occupying position. That's actually the third way of leading. So you can now see that there are other roles of leadership where I'm assisting people to lead. And of course, there are other areas that I am leading as the head leader. Like in my organization, in my company, I'm the one leading as the head leader. There are other organizations also I'm leading as a head leader. There are many places I'm leading as a head leader, even in some religious organizations. So what I want to do with this series is to help every one of us, or even I'll be listening to me, either live or after now, to understand these 3 basic ways everybody can lead. And before I start the first one, I want to say this. There is something I've discovered as I teach, train, and coach people. I've discovered what I call the greatest hindrance to learning. The greatest hindrance to learning. What is that? The greatest hindrance to learning? The greatest hindrance to learning is what I call wrong fixed mindset. Wrong fixed mindset. the moment people's mindset are fixed, especially wrongly, learning has stopped. The same people may be laughing, learning has stopped. The same people may be nodding their head, learning has stopped. The same people may be looking at you, learning has stopped. As long as people's mindset is fixed or wrongly fixed, learning has stopped. And when learning stops, it becomes difficult to transfer information. It's very difficult for the mind to absorb information coming in. And when that happens, people stop being changed, transformed, empowered. They stop growing. They remain where they are. Because most of the changes that will come to your life will come by learning. They will come through what you have learned. So now, I want to appeal to everybody that is listening now, everyone that will listen later. It doesn't matter what you know. I would like you at this point to unfix your mind, if there's anything like that, and put your mind in a neutral mode so that you can listen to what I'm about to start sharing. And I want you to make sure that you don't only hear about the today's own, which is the first day. Make sure you follow us in all our social media platforms and other places. You will see our 3 leadership teachings and get these 3 ways anybody can lead. It may be a turning point for you to discover your leadership spot. It will also be a turning point for you to help somebody discover their own leadership spot. So whether it is you benefiting or you using what you learn to help others to benefit, all of us wins. And my quest is for all of us to win. So what is the first way everybody can lead? The first way everybody can lead is what I call private leadership or personal leadership, or you leading you. Most people are not comfortable with themselves simply because they have not led themselves well. And most times simply because they don't understand how to lead themselves. There are many people, they can't stay with themselves alone in the room. They want to claim to be social simply because they can't lead themselves. You can lead yourself from being illiterate to become literate. You can lead yourself from being poor to become rich. You can lead yourself from being unexposed to become exposed. You can lead yourself from not being smart to become smart. You can lead yourself. Now follow me as I want to share with you how to lead yourself. There are 3 major ways you can lead yourself. The first way you can lead yourself is by leading your thoughts. When I talk about leading your thoughts, it simply means controlling your thoughts. Many people actually think they cannot control their thoughts. You can. Remember, you may not be able to choose what comes to your mind, but you can choose what stays in your mind. You may not be in control of the thoughts coming to you, but you can be in control of the thoughts staying in you. And that is what I mean by controlling your thoughts. You control your thoughts better by practicing controlling your thoughts. I will say it again. You control your thoughts better by practicing controlling your thoughts. You practice discarding thoughts that you don't want, and you practice accommodating the thoughts you want. The more you practice it, the more you become better at it. Just like a brother thing. The journey of leading yourself starts by you leading your thoughts. And for you to lead your thoughts, where you must intentionally choose to think only about good things. You must intentionally choose to think only good thoughts about yourself, only good thoughts about others. One of the greatest favor or one of the greatest kindness you can do to your enemies is to think good things about them. But watch this. When you are thinking good things about other people, including the people you call your enemies, they are not necessarily the one benefiting. You are the one benefiting, because your thoughts affects you more than anyone else. As a matter of fact, as long as it's your thought, you are the only one is affected. So start today to lead yourself by leading your thoughts, telling your mind what to think and what not to think. When can be doing this for yourself, to yourself, the journey of leading yourself has begun. The second way you can lead yourself is by leading your words or your speeches. or what you will say. Listen to what I'm going to say now. In fact, write it down. Your mouth is exclusively yours. Hence, it is you that should tell your mouth what to say and what not to say. Anyway, if you're like me and you have been on this planet Earth for some time now, you will discover that many of us in one time or the other, we have said things we shouldn't have said. But the point is this: you might have said what you are not supposed to say. I might have said what I'm not supposed to say. The wisdom is this: when we have said the wrong things we are not supposed to say, and of course it will lead to us getting wrong results we didn't want to get. The wisdom there is, from those things we said we are not supposed to have said, we learn lessons. And from that moment, we begin to learn. It may not happen in one day. We should begin to learn to tell our mouth how to say only the things we should say. In your mouth to say only the things you should say is actually another aspect of leading yourself. Over the years, I've learned a lot of lessons, and I'm sure many people like me have also learned. I've learned not to say everything I should say. There are some places I will be. I will never utter a word. Never. Because I choose not to. It is through talking that I fulfill my major assignment for being here on earth. So when somebody said this guy doesn't talk much, what they're actually saying that this guy is learning or have learned how to tell his mouth to say only what he wants his mouth to say. I'm still learning. One or two occasions also we still make the mistake of saying what we are not supposed to say. But I'm learning, and I'm learning every day. And the point is that it's still part of leading yourself. Leading yourself is something you do for a lifetime. There's no point, even if you're occupying the position of the president of a nation, even if you're occupying what anybody can call the highest position of leadership, that this aspect of leading yourself can never stop. You will always be leading yourself. As a matter of fact, you need to keep on leading yourself to lead well in other areas of leadership. So leading yourself to say only the things you should say is the second way, or the second way you can lead yourself. The third way you can lead yourself is by leading your acts or your actions. Remember, the journey of leading yourself, or the journey of private leadership, or the journey of leading you, starts from leading your thoughts to leading your words or your speeches or what you say. Now, to leading your acts or your actions. Look at how it works. When a thought comes to your mind, you choose to think that thought. In other words, you accommodate the thought. The next thing that will happen is that when you want to speak, or when you want to make a statement, or when you want to say something, you will say it along that same line of that your thought. And of course, when you want to take action, your action also will be along the same line of your words and your thoughts. Let me give you a practical example. If you think in your mind, or as your opinion, that in your country, election does not count, when you are asked by anybody about your opinion concerning election in your country, you will definitely answer or speak in line with that your thought. And you will say something like, election in my country never counts. And of course, if there is election in your country, on the election day, I can predict what you will do. When others are going to vote, you will most likely stay away from voting, because in your thoughts, you think elections don't count in your country, and you have made a statement along that same line that election does not count in your country. And of course, your action now will be in alignment, in agreement with what you have said, with what you have thought. That's how it works. It works like that positively. It works like that negatively. You can now see that you can lead yourself into negativity. You can lead yourself into positivity. You can lead yourself into mediocrity. You can lead yourself into excellence. You can lead yourself into fear. You can lead yourself into faith. You can lead yourself into greatness. You can lead yourself into smallness. It's all lies in your hand. And that's why you need to understand personal leadership. To lead yourself well in these three areas we have mentioned, you need to be intentional. It will take you intentionality to succeed in leading your thoughts, leading your words, leading your acts or your actions. It takes intentionality to refuse to think unhealthy thoughts. It takes intentionality to refuse to say unhealthy things. It takes intentionality to say, I want to do the right thing, and you go ahead and do the right thing. It takes intentionality to say, I want to say the right things, and you go ahead and say the right things. It takes intentionality to say, I want to think the right thought, and you go ahead and think. It all takes intentionality. For you to lead yourself well, there's another thing you need to learn or you need to understand. And that which you need to understand is what I call value. 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 You need to develop right values if you must lead yourself well. When I mean right value or right values, I mean the values that first honor God, honors others, and honors yourself. If others deserve not to be hurt, you too should deserve not to be hurt. If others deserve not to be disrespected, you too deserve not to be disrespected. Look at how the chain of honor runs. God deserves your absolute honor. Others deserve your adequate honor. And you, and I mean you, deserve sufficient and adequate honor. I want you to write what I'm going to say now down. Nobody will give you honor that you are meant to give yourself. I'll say it again. Nobody will give you honor that you are meant to give yourself. Nobody will give you respect that you are meant to give yourself. I don't know if you have had people say to you, respect yourself. There are some respect that you need to give to you. There are some honor that you need to give to you. And learning to give yourself the honor that is due to you is part of leading yourself. Learning to give yourself the respect that is due for you or to you is part of leading yourself. So the moment you develop right values, or what I call honorable values, these values now will help you to be able to think based on your values. These values will help you to begin to say things based on your values. And these values will help you to begin to act based on your value. Your values now become your check. Your values now become your control gauge. Your values now becomes your boundary lines. As long as you have developed your values, you will keep on returning back to it when you walk away because you have developed them. And as you keep on returning back, each time you go contrary to your value, you keep on returning back. A time will come when you will be stabilized in living your value. When you become stable in living your value. The moment you become stable in living your value, you have come to a good place in leading yourself. At that point, people around you will notice that you are not like every other person. Your values have become natural. They have become your lifestyle. They have become your way of life. They have become an integral part of you. They have become your thoughts. They have become your words. They have become your speech. They have become your acts. They have become your actions. They have become you. At that point, people around you will observe it. They begin to say things like, wow, this person is not like every other person in this office. This person is not like every other person in this church. This person is not like every other person in this street. This person is not like every other person in this estate. This person is special. There's a way he talks. There's a way he reasons. There's a way he contributes. There's a way he handles matter. There's a way he handles relationship. There's a way he handles money. There's a way he handles leadership. There's a way he handles followers. When you lead yourself to that point, others will naturally demand and ask you to lead them. And that place is the place everyone that desires to lead in position need to come to. Unfortunately, many people in position as I speak now never lead themselves to this place. No wonder in their position, they are not getting things right. You can now see why I insist that every one of us should understand this first and fundamental way every one of us can lead, which is leading yourself. This place of leading based on values, based on principles, based on predetermined value is where all of us need to lead ourselves to. And when you come to that point, you don't need to stop. You need to continue standing by your values, living by your values, reviewing your values. If there are needs to develop new principles, if there are needs to bring innovations to the ones you have, you begin to do them and you continue changing, being transformed, growing. And anytime you are called either to lead as an assistant leader or a head leader, you will discover that it will become easier for you than somebody that have never led himself to this point. And to stop here for today. Next time we are going to start looking at how to lead by following. Make sure you don't miss out on our next Real Leadership. Thank you for being part of today Real Leadership. My name still remains K.J. Ukairo. God bless you.